Good morning. This video is to help guide you through the course and provide a course tour for Math 1351, Math for Teachers 2. I'm Logan Maxwell. I will be your instructor for this 5-week term. So when you enter your course, first of all, if you're not familiar with Canvas, then you'll have a menu on the left where you can access your account settings for Canvas in general. This is where you want to set up your notifications, and there is an announcement with helpful instructions for that, but you would just click on that icon and click the link for notifications, and you can go through and select how you want to receive notifications for announcements, for grade updates, for assignment updates, etc. Your dashboard will give you tiles, so this student account is not registered for any of the courses, so you would see tiles for your current courses. You can also access them via the course icon, which will show you a list of courses. If for some reason you do not see your course listed on the dashboard or in the list of the courses, click on all courses, and then you can select the stars on the left to make it a favorite course, and it will add it to your dashboard. A calendar is also available, and it should show you all of your upcoming assignments. So if I go to July, it should show you all of your assignments that are due for this course all the way through August. And you'll notice that any other courses you're taking should populate here. You can, take them off by clicking on the square, or put them back on. If you click the 3 dots, you can change your colors if you want to make sure that you're knowing which course goes to which particular assignment. Canvas inbox is the easiest way to notify me, and so this works similarly to email, but those are the most helpful things, and so we'll go ahead and enter our course here. On the home page, you'll see some very basic information. Here's a picture of me, so you know what I look like. Here is my contact information. I'm located on the main campus in the Student Success Center, and it's right behind the Student Affairs building. And I'm on the first floor inside the instructional office suite. You can set up office hours with me if you need to meet with me one-on-one by appointment. And my office phone is listed as well as my email. But as I mentioned, Canvas inbox is the easiest way to reach out to me. And then email being the second method. This gives you a little course description of what you'll be covering in the course, and then some guidance for online learners, since this is an online class, what to expect and what skills you would need. Here's the prerequisites for the course, and then you'll notice that we have a start button here, so you can click that to get started in the course. So this will take you to the modules page. This first module here, you'll notice, is Brightwave course materials. So if you opted into the Follett Access model and received your materials electronically on day 1, then you can click on this link in order to set up your materials, have access to the online textbook, and get started with the online homework platform, which I'll discuss here in a little bit. The COVID-19 policy is also listed here, as we are still coming out of the pandemic. And then you'll notice that the first item that you have required is the welcome video, which is what we're doing now. And you'll notice that the rest are grayed out, and so you cannot access those until you have completed the requirements that are listed under that assignment. So we'll go ahead and click on the welcome video first. Once you've watched the welcome video, and you'll also have this course tour, you would click next. You'll see the course schedule. This gives you all of the due dates for all of your assignments, as well as the student learning outcome that's associated with the assignment. And you'll want to pay attention to the due dates. These are suggested due dates and the last day to complete. I would suggest finishing them prior to the due date so you can stay on track and not have multiple assignments due at once. But this gives you a week-by-week outline of what to expect from the course. And you would click next. The next information is the required books and materials. So this is the textbook for this course, and here's the information here. The other required materials would be a suggested calculator. It's a non-graphing calculator. This is the one that the testing center will allow you to use while testing for exams, and then a link to the bookstore. The next page is the required technologies and skills page. It just tells you what technologies we'll be using and then the system requirements. So if something is not working quite well, you can refer back to this page and make sure you have the most updated browser, so system requirements and things like that. And then these are the technology skills that you'll need to be a successful online learner. And then we've also listed the privacy policy and accessibility statements for all of the possible online learning tools you'll be using. And then here are the student learning outcomes. This is hopefully what you will gain in knowledge by the end of the course. And then we have the Meet My Instructor page. So there is a Christmas photo here. It's not viewable at the moment, but hopefully you'll be able to see it. It's got my son and my daughter and my husband. And then it just lists my contact information again and just a little bit about me if you'd like to get to know me a little better. So the first requirement that you'll have to have submitted is the Meet Your Classmates discussion board. So you'll just click on the reply link and you'll notice that it's outlined here as far as what I need. So tell me your name or nickname, what your major is, if you want to tell me a little bit about yourself, and then what you hope to get out of this class. So you'll just write this information and then you'll click reply. So that's one of the requirements for the class, and you'll have to complete that before you can click next. The next page is just a little bit about Canvas. So if you're struggling with something regarding Canvas, then here are some helpful links. How to get help with Canvas if you actually need to reach out to someone. This is a Canvas student guide, just some very basics that students need to know. Canvas how-to, so the most frequently how to do this or that. And then finding your way around. If you just can't remember how to find something, that's a good little instructional video. And then, of course, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, and there's a link to that Meet My Instructor page. Next, we have our course policies and resources. So the communication policy, which we've discussed a little bit, just how to communicate with me. The grading policy, which is also listed in your syllabus, which I'll show you here in a second. Our late work policy. In general, there is no late work. Now, all of your homework and quiz assignments in the Pearson My Lab homework platform have due dates listed in the course schedule, but they do have extended dates that you can submit them. But as I mentioned, I would suggest completing them prior to even the due date to stay on track. And then, of course, your attendance policy. So I will be taking attendance every day the first week in order to keep track of everyone's participation for census date in my certified roster, which is a requirement of the college. And then after that, after the first week, I'll be taking attendance twice a week, once on Wednesday for Monday through Wednesday, and then once Thursday through Sunday in order to track your participation. Now, that's not part of the grade, but it does help, let's say towards the end of the semester, if you're sitting at a 69.4, which does not round to a 70, but you need that C. So if you participated, and it's not just all at the same time, but it's consistent, then I'm more lenient to round your grade up. All right, the next assignment is the syllabus acknowledgement assignment. And this one basically is that you've read the syllabus and then you have to copy and paste this statement. So let's go to the syllabus first. So the simple syllabus is the tool that we use here. So before submitting this acknowledgement, click on simple syllabus. And then the syllabus will pop up, and I want you to read through this information. And this blue little bar here will tell me if you have actually read the syllabus. So don't just put the acknowledgement statement in for the assignment. You actually do have to read it, and I can tell if you've read it or not. So it's basically got my information, a lot of the information we've talked about, student learning outcomes, the required books, which we've covered, all of your assignments and the due dates, which are on the course schedule page if you want to print that one out. And then this is how your course will be evaluated, so how each category is weighted for your grade, and then how everything will be graded in terms of our general rubric. Details on your homework assignments and writing assignments, basically all of your assignments, quizzes, exams, projects, and then information about your testing center, which will be important because you have to take your exams in a testing center. So what our hours of operation are. And then computer and software requirements, course and instructor policies, class attendance. These are basic policies, your course expectations. And then towards the bottom here, academic integrity, student responsibility, and our Title IX information. So once you've read through that, go back to modules, and you'll notice that now these are black because we've viewed them, but I still can't do anything in gray below, and nothing is opened up post this module. So I'll go back to this syllabus acknowledgement assignment. I will copy paste this information, click Start Assignment, text entry. I'll paste this in and then type in my name. And that's all I need. I need you to read through that syllabus and then submit that statement that you actually have read the syllabus, and yay, I've submitted my assignment. So I click Next, and the next one is the testing center location assignment. This just tells me where you plan on taking your exams, and so that will help me so I can make sure to have copies of exams in the right location. So you'll need to fill out this embedded Google form, and then at the bottom you'll see it's a similar assignment as before. You would copy and paste this statement with your name. So at this point I would type in my name. I plan on taking it at the Denison campus. If you're planning on taking it at either the Denison or Van Austin campus, you can go to the testing center webpage, and you'll see who your contacts are. So for instance, for the main campus, it will be Mark Taylor, and their emails are listed, but you would type in their email. And then you can also type in the phone number and the mailing address, which is also listed on their webpage. But I can't remember what their phone number is right now, but you would type in that information and click Submit. And so that sends a form to me letting me know that that form was submitted. If it goes white, that's fine. It probably still has submitted, but you're welcome to check with me. Now, if you do not take it on the main campus in Denison or the South campus in Van Austin, you'll have to click and download this proctor nomination form, fill that out, and then send it to me as an attachment, either through the Canvas inbox or through email, because I'll need to know if you're not taking it at one of our locations. But for the assignment itself, you would copy and paste that statement, just as we did before, in a text entry box, and sign your name electronically here. And that way I know that you have completed that form and let me know where you're planning on taking your exams. So moving forward, we would click Next. Next here are the Grayson College policies. So a lot of this was listed in your syllabus, so you should have read through this already. But there is an important link, resources, which give you access to a lot of resources on campus. There's also a link to student resources on your left-hand course menu, so you're welcome to view those resources. And then if you have any questions on those, just click on the Meet Your Instructor page and give me a shout out. The next assignment you'll need to complete is to watch this safety video. It is part of the requirements is that you watch that video. And so once you have, then you'll need to copy and paste this statement and acknowledge that you have watched the video. So similar to our previous assignments, you would copy and paste that statement after you have watched the video, and then submit it, and we would move forward. So after clicking Next, this gives you information on our online tutoring. So this is free, in addition to the free tutoring you would receive from the Math Hub. And so this is strictly online, whereas the Math Hub you can walk in and get help with one-on-one tutoring with a tutor in person. But Upswing is our online tutoring platform, and so you can click here to get more information. If you click Next, it'll give you information on how to set up your user account. And then if you click Next, it'll give you a video tutorial on how to get started and use Upswing for your online tutoring. And this is not just tutors employed by Grayson, so it's around the country and worldwide. So if you need help at 12 o'clock at night, then most likely you'll be able to find a tutor that could help you. All right, so then this opens up our actual content. And so I'm going to go back to modules and show you what each unit will cover. So you'll notice our first one is Exam 1, material. And so at the top of every new module, you'll have the Student Solutions Manual for each chapter. So if you want to work on any pencil paper problems from the textbook in preparation for the exams, which will be pencil and paper, then you have the solutions to those. Each chapter will have a discussion board. So if you have any questions over material from that chapter, just post them to the discussion board. I'll allow a small amount of time for students to respond, and that way you can earn some bonus points if your response is correct and you've helped a student. But I will monitor those, so you won't go more than 24 to 48 hours without me actually giving you a response on the discussion board as well. You'll have your videos for each section and some notes that you can download here available, and then the information for the homework assignment. So after every homework assignment, at the end of each chapter, you'll also have a writing assignment, and those are meant to basically test your ability as an instructor, because that's what your end goal is, really, to be a teacher. And so these will give you questions posed by hypothetical students, and so you would want to respond as if you were the teacher guiding that student. So those are just to help you get in that mindset. At the end of each chapter, you will have a review quiz to help you set up for the exams. And then again, we're moving to the next chapter, and you'll see the outline is the same. Student Solutions Manual if you want to practice pencil paper problems, a discussion board for any of your questions, videos for each section, and then a homework assignment attached to each section, followed by a writing assignment, and then the review quiz. Now at the very end of the unit, I provided a pencil and paper review, so I would definitely print that off, work it out as much as you can, and then use the key to check your answers. So don't try to do the problems with the key right next to it. Try to make sure you can attempt them first by yourself, since that will be more like a testing environment, and then you can check with the key. And then of course you'll have a due date for exam. I usually put the exams in at least a week prior to the due date, so you can take them at any point during that week. You don't have to take them on the due date. You can take them prior to the due date. And if you need to take the exam more than a week in advance, just let me know so I can make sure to have the exam in the testing center in the time that you need it. Again, you'll notice we move on to Exam 2 material. It's set up very similarly. We've got Chapter 11 and 12, and then Exam 3, we've got 13 and 14. You do have some projects thrown in there. If you click on those links for the assignments, it gives you all the information. But those are meant to help you, again, get in the mindset of an instructor and how you would run a course as the teacher. At the end, we do have a final exam. It is comprehensive. You'll notice there are 2 of them here. That does not mean you take 2 final exams. It just means it counts twice. So you'll take the final exam. It is comprehensive. It contains everything. Again, the due date is just listed there as the final date for you to take it. So if you have any questions at all, please let me know. The link here, My Lab and Mastering, will give you access to the homework platform. And so with your materials that you purchased, either with the inclusive access model with Brightwave course materials, or if you purchase them on your own, then you should be able to register and sign up for the homework platform. You do get 2 weeks of free access, but you will need the code after that point. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Again, best way is Canvas inbox, but feel free to reach out to me by email or phone as well. And good luck with the course.